From New Hanover County Schools Television, three-time Blue Ribbon winner for the North Carolina Schools Public Relations Association for Outstanding Electronic Media, this is your school news.
Welcome to Your School News for the week of February 2nd through the 8th. I'm Allie Collins.
And I'm Alexander Ellsworth. Topping our newscast this week, students calculate the correct answers in math counts. The Communication Committee is seeking parent members, and school members attend the School Violence Prevention and Response Symposium.
Armed with high-tech calculators, sharp pencils, and plenty of scratch paper, students participated in this year's Math Counts competition. During the round, students competed individually and as teams within a time limit. They answered questions in written and fast-paced oral matches. Subject questions include algebra, probability, statistics, and geometry. YSN reporter Bobby Blue has all the details on the top story.
New Hanover County Schools held their annual Math Counts competition. All 7 of the county middle schools sent teams to the BOE Center to compete against each other, solving a series of rigorous math problems. The competition is designed to encourage student teamwork and confidence while building their math skills.
Well, I really like doing the complex math problems. It's challenging for me, and a problem for me has always been I've always been placed with my age group with math, and that's never been enough for me.
Every school was represented by 2 teams comprised of 4 students each. After 4 months of practicing math warm-ups, mental stretches, and problems of the week, the students battled their way through algebra, probability, statistics, and other math-based problems in an effort to become the county's top team. Many students enjoyed the challenges and the opportunity to work together.
Well, there's a lot of ways to prepare for Math Counts. It really varies by person. There are a lot of great teachers involved in the Math Counts program, so that's always a big help. There are also extra sessions on Saturdays and such which you can go to if you want to make yourself competitive.
Because my dad is a really big math addict, and so every day whenever I have extra time, he'll give me a math sheet. And towards Math Counts, he'll give me sprint rounds from previous years, target rounds, and team rounds for me to practice, and then basically I just do one literally every day.
When it was all said and done, the totals were calculated and the winners were announced. In the team rounds, first place went to Roland Grice, second place Myrtle Grove, and third place was Noble. This year's countdown round winner was Natalie Kelmer from Noble. Taking first place for each school was Kendall Scott from Holly Shelter, Katherine Johnson from Murray, Daniel O. from Myrtle Grove, Melanie Sue from Noble, Daniel Chin from Roland Grice, Zachary Bonds from Trask, and Malik Bennett from Williston. Teams will participate in the Regional Math Counts competition on February 28th at Cape Fear Community College. Reporting for Your School News, this is Bobby Blue.
Every 2 years, the athletic department of Laney High School holds Hall of Fame inductions. 6 athletes were inducted into the 2015 Hall of Fame last month. The 2015 inductees are Clifton Huff for football, wrestling, and track, Shonda Goggin for basketball and soccer, Mandy Westbury for softball, Dr. Dale Boyd for his community support, Justin Porietti in cross-country and track, and Andre Knox for football and baseball.
In other news, New Hanover County School Science Fair provides a yearly setting for middle and high school students to show off their investigative skills and creativity to compete for medals and special awards. Students not only receive recognition for their projects, but the Science Fair nurtures students invest in various scientific and engineering fields. This week, we have the official list of all those students who will advance to the regional competition at UNCW. With the report is YSN reporter Sierra Dummermuth.
New Hanover County School held its annual science fair on January 22, 2015 at Murray Middle School. Approximately 170 students in grades 3 through 12 entered their projects in categories such as biological science, earth science, physical science, as well as technology engineering. Judges from local schools, businesses, the community, and government agencies interviewed the students and judged the entries. The following students were winners in the NHCS Elementary Division and will be competing in the Regional Science Fair at UNCW. Jacob Brown from Gregory Elementary, Jillian Green from Holly Tree Elementary, Kara Hernandez and Ethan Montgomery from Murrayville Elementary, Marvin Hodge from Anderson Elementary, and Kriya Kapoor and Reagan Williams from Parsley Elementary. In the Junior Earth Science Division, Elizabeth Kinsey from Murray Middle took first place in the division and will advance to regionals. In the Junior Physical Science Division, both first place and second place will advance. Taking first place was Esha Kapoor from Myrtle Grove Middle and a team of Chloe Turnage and Emma Pace from Noble Middle took second. We'll move on to the regional fair. In first and second place were Catherine Paquette and Grayson Wilson, both from Murray Middle, while in third was Holly Shelter's team of Logan Brown and Tristan Foster. This year's science fair saw a clean sweep by the students from Isaac Barrett Early College in all the senior divisions. In senior biological science, all three winners moved on to regional competition. They are Miriam Kabat, Megan Hess, and Bader Kabat. The Isaac Barrett team of Noel Hoen and Jose Hernandez were first place winners in the senior earth science, while in the senior physical science division, the teams of Eli Wilson and Cameron Connect took first place, and Joshua Kalish and Samuel Deacon took second. All students will advance to regionals. Finally, placing and advancing to regionals in the Senior Technology Engineering Division, the Isaac Barrett team of Andrea Lamas and Ryan Gray. Once again, all these students and their selected projects will advance to the Regional Science Fair competition, which will be held on Saturday, February 7th, 2015 in Hanover Hall on the campus of the University of North Carolina, Wilmington. Reporting for Your School News, this is Sierra Dummermuth.
The New Hanover County Schools Parents Communication Committee is seeking additional parent members for the 2014 through 15 school year. The committee includes Board of Education members Tammy Koval and Lisa Estep, Superintendent Dr. Tim Markley, other school administrators, and 4 school system parents. The committee held its second meeting last month. The committee reviewed the different types of communication between schools and parents and discussed parental expectation of the school communication. Any NHCS parent interested in becoming a part of the Parents Communication Committee should contact Crystal Buey in the Superintendent's office at 910-254-4219 or crystal.buey@nhcs.net. The next Parents Communication Committee meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, February 24th at 8:00 a.m. in the New Hanover County Board of Education Center, 1805 South 13th Street.
Finally, officials from the state of Departments of Justice, Health and Human Services, and Public Safety train law enforcement agencies, first responders, mental health providers, school and other stakeholders in southeastern North Carolina on ways to prevent and respond to the school violence.
Some of the topics covered mental health components of dealing with all the issues that a lot of students, as well as some other folks, may bring into the schools. Then discussions were held on some tactical approaches from local law enforcement as well as from the state level and the federal level. And then of course a lot of the focus was on the prevention of acts of violence. And although the active shooter tends to get the most press, so to speak, we weren't focused on just active shooters. We were focusing on any type of violence or aggressive behavior that could be going on during the schools.
Chief District Court Judge Corpening, a member of the New Hanover County and Pender County Safer Schools Task Force, hosted the School Violence Prevention and Response Symposium. Stakeholders spent the morning discussing proactive approaches in preventing violence in schools, such as effective ways to address bullying and ways to identify and respond to mental health needs. As the day progressed, the focus shifted in prevention to developing a plan for an unified rapid response to the challenging but rare event of an active shooter on campus. These sessions will focus on increasing collaboration and clarifying roles among stakeholders. Now, when Your School News continues, we have an exciting lunch menu forecast.
Plus, coming up in 60 seconds, we'll have reports on students named to the Eastern District Middle School Honor Band, February being Career and Technical Education Month, and Gregory Elementary students win GE contest.
This is Your School News on cable and online. Look for our blue logo for all of your latest news online at www.nhcs.net. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
free throws, slam dunks, and fast breaks. High school basketball season is in full swing. I'm Joe Katz. Join me each week for the basketball edition of Sports Roundtable. We feature the area's most in-depth look at all the county's girls and boys varsity basketball action. Each week, you'll get a first-hand account of the defensive and offensive strategies from New Hanover County Schools head basketball coaches. The Sports Roundtable, Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. right here on the Learning Network. Sports Roundtable is made possible with the support of Papa John's Pizza, Hendrick Toyota Scion of Bloomington, Diana Corbin of Century 21, Sawyer & Associates, Port City Daily, and CBS 10 WILM.
Welcome back to Your School News. 6 of the New Hanover County Middle School bands had members selected for the North Carolina Band Association Eastern District Middle School Honor Band, totaling 31 students overall. Every year, students from 30 counties compete for a spot in the Eastern District Middle School Honor Band. Only 190 students statewide are selected each year to be a part of the prestigious honor band. We get a full report from YSN reporter Airlie Ward.
Hundreds of middle school bands traveled to Greenville to audition for the Eastern District Middle School Honor Band. For the auditions, the students were required to learn numerous scales, multiple octaves, the chromatic scale for their instrument, and a full solo selected by the state of North Carolina. Each student was then asked to perform for a set of judges for ranking against their peers in order to determine who would qualify for the honor band. From New Hanover County, 31 students from 6 of our 8 middle schools were selected. Representing Holly Shelter are Barrett Bueller, Dean Senta, Casey Cummings, Riley Dunwoody, Wyatt Johnson, Elizabeth McDonald, Dakota Marshall, Eric Newkirk, Andy Risley. Honor band members selected from Murray Middle School are David Tyson, Riley Gibson, Abby Jethro, Gregory Kraft, and Joseph Miller. Myrtle Grove Middle School band students selected are Nathan Hardinson, Patrick Iamatio, Darren Jams, and CJ Tyson. 3 students from Trask were selected for honored band. They are Mason Cockrell, Lainey Larkins, and Joshua Minkler. Ella Hewitt from Noble was selected for honors band. Finally, from Roland Grice, 10 students will participate in middle school honors band. They are Francesca Alunye, Max Collins, Caleb Demers, Alyssa Hall, Natalie Kudiaks, Brennan Litzinger, Rebecca Nielsen, Elio Dean, Jacob Triemsta, and Adam Ville. All the selected students will travel to East Carolina University in Greenville on February 6th to rehearse with other members of the All-District Band. They will spend 2 intense days rehearsing and will perform a concert on Saturday, February 7th in Wright Auditorium on the ECU campus. Reporting for Your School News, this is Airlie Ward.
This month, New Hanover County Schools is celebrating Career and Technical Education Month. The mission of career and technical education is to empower students with skills and knowledge needed for effective participation in a global economy as world-class workers, productive citizens, and contributors to society. Students develop the ability to work independently and as part of a team, to think creatively, to solve problems, and to utilize technology in the problem-solving process.
CTE is very critical to today's educational environment. The students are able to make vital connections between what they're learning in their core academic content areas with relevant job skills for the 21st century. With these skills, the students are able to make those connections and bring the relevance to the classroom in terms of what they're able to do with those skills later in life. So Having these skills in our schools is critical for these students to be able to make lifelong decisions about career choices, career options, and future directions in life.
The National Association of State Directors of Career Technical Education, Consortium, encourages others to join our schools and community in the mission to prepare all students for college and career.
Select 7th and 8th grade students from Murray, Myrtle Grove, and Rolling Grice Middle Schools are participating in an underwater remote-operated vehicle competition known as Perch. Perch is a national competition with students from every state participating. This opportunity was made available to the students by a partnership with the STEM program at the University of North Carolina, Wilmington. UNCW Professor Chris Gordon wrote the grant that is providing the 6 different middle schools in Pender, Brunswick, and New Hanover County with the opportunity to build ROVs for a competition at the end of the school year. The science coaches, Elizabeth Jones of Rolling Grice, Joseph Neal of Myrtle Grove, and Craig Malone of Murray, first participated in 2 days of professional development with Professor Gordon to learn how to assemble and operate ROVs before they took that knowledge and materials back to their students. Through the Perch competition, students will learn about engineering, physics, design, and real-world application. Interested students can continue on after high school in the Marine Science program at UNCW or the Marine Tech program at Cape Fear Community College.
5th graders at Ogden Elementary recently engaged in fascinating science unit which culminated in a school-wide parade. Working in their classrooms, the 5th graders learned about the different biomes on our planet. The students had to make a 3D model of their assigned biome, which included the different plants and animals that live there along with creating the proper environment. This seemed like a routine project until one extra detail was added. Each student had to make their project into a float, which were showcased in a biome float parade through the halls of the school. As the 5th graders gathered for the parade, the other classes lined the hallways to cheer them on. In addition, many parents came for the parade. Some students chose to have their float roll on a skateboard, while others used more complex contraptions. This parade gave out bookmarks which contained facts about their biome to the underclassmen, allowing them to share some of what they had learned. The many different biome floats impressed the happy onlookers as they saw grasslands, deserts, oceans, rainforests all roll by. Each biome float had its own unique design and showed the creativity of the 5th graders. The project and parade was a great success.
The state's 115 local superintendents stood together in a historic showing of unity to unveil the North Carolina Guide to Strengthening Our Public Schools. The guide, created with participation and support from superintendents of all North Carolina school districts, reflects priorities for enhancing pre-K through 12 education in the state and specific strategies to achieve those goals. Creation of this guide is historic for North Carolina because it reflects the shared vision and leadership of all local superintendents. The initiative was chaired by Dr. Anthony Jackson, Superintendent of the Nash Rocky Mount Schools, and Dr. Frank Till, Superintendent of Cumberland County Schools. Collaboration on the guide occurred in fall and winter of 2014, with completion last month. The guide includes 6 key student-centered goals for strengthening public education in North Carolina, as well as the specific steps that superintendents are urging lawmakers and other state leaders to take to accomplish. The executive summary and comprehensive guide are being distributed to lawmakers as the General Assembly begins its 2015 long session in Raleigh this month.
Finally, congratulations to Takira, Iana, and Joshua, 4th grade students from Gregory School of Science, Math, and Technology. Their drawings were chosen as the top 3 entries from Gregory in the 16th Annual North American Young Generation in Nuclear Drawing Contest. Students in 4th and 5th grade participated in a lesson taught by nuclear engineers from GE Hitachi Nuclear Energy and were asked to create a drawing based on the lesson. These students were recognized with a certificate, a science book, and other prizes.
Now, don't go away. Coming up, we have all the information on this year's All-County Elementary Chorus.
Plus, we have this week's edition of the Lunch Billow Fair.
Your school news will continue after the break.
Welcome back to Your School News. Every year in North Carolina, Science Olympiad tournaments are held on university, community college, and public school campuses across the state.
The competitive events of Science Olympiad align with the North Carolina Standard Course of Study, as well as the National Science Education Standards.
The events are designed to enhance and strengthen both science content and process skills.
With a complete report on some of these exciting events is YSN reporter Cassie Williamson.
Science Olympiad is a nonprofit organization that is devoted to improving science education and getting students more interested in science. These goals are accomplished through classroom activities, research, training workshops, and the encouragement of competitions.
It's focused on helping and developing STEM skills, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics in our kids in a competitive environment that's both supportive but yet exciting.
Science Olympiad tournaments consist of students competing in team events that they prepare for during the year. The events are balanced between different science subjects including biology, earth science, chemistry, physics, and technology. There is also a balance between events requiring knowledge of science concepts, process skills, and science applications. Science Olympiad comes in many shapes and sizes to fit everyone's needs. Competing in Science Olympiad requires cooperation and teamwork. It encourages group learning by designing events that make the students work together, practicing objectives and improving their skills through competition.
I think our teachers who serve as our coaches for our schools really do an amazing job with getting them to be positive and reinforce not just good collaborative behavior that we see in science, but also to get those kids to be motivated, to want to do better, to take a look at what may have gone well or not well, and to be able to think about what they can do in the future.
With motivational and fun activities, Science Olympiad makes learning exciting. It brings students, teachers, parents, principals, and business leaders together, working towards a shared goal. Science Olympiad encourages students to get involved and helps them to improve skills they will need in the future. Science Olympiad is a very influential activity and gives students a drive to succeed. Reporting for Your School News, this is Cassie Williamson.
We will feature several more reports on Science Olympiad as we count down to the big regional tournament held on the campus of UNCW on March 7th.
It's time now for this week's lunch bill of fare. Across the country, school lunchroom have gotten a facelift and a menu makeover.
This week, our special guest lunch menu analyst joins us with the week's school lunch menu so parents, students, teachers, and everyone working with the New Hanover County school system can plan their lunchtime options.
Thanks, and welcome to this week's edition of the Lunch Bill of Fare. We've got an exciting menu this week with dishes influenced by a number of classic global recipes. Let's take a look at this week's selections. On Tuesday, February 3rd, choose between a mouth-watering tuna sandwich, chicken nuggets, or an exquisite bacon cheeseburger. Complete your splendorific meal with glazed carrots, a garden salad, and fresh fruit. On Wednesday, February 4th, chew on some delicious chicken and waffles, a Salisbury steak with a biscuit, or a slice of pizza. Stay strong by piling on red-skin mashed potatoes with gravy, a garden salad, and some sweet diced pears to help brighten your day. On Thursday, February 5th, you'll have the choices of 3 entrees to choose from: cheesy breadsticks, chicken fajita, or a hot dog with chili. Keep the meal going with joy by adding on Great Northern beans, a healthy garden salad, and fresh fruit. On Friday, February 6th, end your week with a wonderful meal of either a pepperoni pizza, hoagie, popcorn chicken, or a pork and rib sandwich. Also, chow down on carrot sticks, a garden salad, and incredible diced peaches. For this weekend's healthy tip, we recommend limiting liquid calories. Soda and smoothies have massive amounts of calories and aren't as filling as solid foods. Try replacing some drinks with water. Specialists recommend 8 glasses of water a day, and if you don't like plain water, try spicing it up with flavoring or even flavored seltzer. Back at school on Monday, February 9th, take in some creamy chicken chowder, a beef taco with Spanish rice, or a delightful cheeseburger. Don't forget to add barbecue pinto beans, a garden salad, and a frozen fruit cup to sweeten the meal. All the menus this year include more fresh produce, whole grains, and lower calorie snacks. Plus, our school cafeterias have done away with frying and cut back on fat, sodiums, and sugars. Now taking a look once again at your lunch entries for the week, you've got some great selections for the week with some really great sides to choose from. Throughout the week, Wednesday, don't miss out on chicken and waffles, and on Thursday, don't forget to give the pepperoni pizza hoagie a try. That's what's on slate for your lunch at your school's cafeteria. So don't miss any of these nutritious, delicious, and healthy meals. From the newsroom, this is Dylan Grace. Back to you.
Thanks. Don't forget, you can also catch the Lunch Bill of Fare during the morning show here on the Learning Network and get lots of healthful nutrition and information online at www.nhcs.net/nutrition.
Now don't go away. Coming up, the most popular musical event in New Hanover County is scheduled for this weekend. We've got all the details.
This is Your School News on cable and online. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
I hope you find a home. I hope you find a home. Hey, maybe you'll be picked next. Maybe you'll be picked next. We've been caged together too long. We've been caged together too long. How come nobody ever picks me? Maybe they're looking for somebody different. Pick me. Well, the shelter's closing up for another day. We didn't get picked. I know. Tomorrow. Guaranteed.
Welcome back to Your School News. On Saturday, February 7th at 2:30 p.m., the New Hanover County Schools All-County Elementary School Choral Festival concert will be presented.
The concert will be held at the Minnie Evans Art Center on Halliburton Memorial Parkway. Approximately 150 talented young singers from New Hanover County Elementary Schools will perform.
This year, the Elementary All-County Chorus will be conducted by Dr. Fran Page. Dr. Page is department head of the Communication and Performing Arts at Meredith College, where she also serves as coordinator of music education.
The public is cordially invited to attend this afternoon of choral music. There will be no admissions fee.
This does it for your edition of the School News. Recapping some of our main stories, students calculated the correct answers in this year's Math Counts competition, Communication Committee is seeking parent members, and school members attend the School Violence Prevention and Response Symposium.
Remember, Your School News is on cable and online. And don't forget to start your morning with our Light and Lively morning show, weekdays at 6 a.m.
I'm Allie Collins.
And I'm Alexander Ellsworth. On behalf of the entire YSN crew, thanks for watching New Hanover County Schools TV on the Learning Network.
We close with music from a portion of last year's All-County Elementary Chorus. Have a great week.